Hello, and welcome to another webinar brought to you by Skyrocket. Today's webinar is on Edmentum Integrated Math 3A and 3B Detailed Module Overview. I'm your presenter, Hazel Rios. If you'd like to get a hold of me for any questions or concerns, please email me at hazelrios@skyrocket-ed.com. To receive more training on Edmentum, please visit our digital course through Skyrocket Ed PD, available through your Okta. On today's agenda, Detailed Module Overview. Let's get started. There are an average of about 5 modules per unit. Let's go ahead and take a look at one of these. With Integrated Math 3A and 3B, we have different types of modules which we will explore closely. The first type of module that I'd like you to notice is this module with 3 different items. We have the tutorial, which has the lesson embedded, the application, which is a practice with problems parallel to the mastery test, and a mastery test. In each tutorial, you will have a toolbar on the left. This toolbar includes a table of contents, which allows you to navigate throughout the tutorial, a resource folder, which unfortunately will not have any resources, a dictionary, reading tools, translation tool, calculator, math tools, and highlighter. The layout for this tutorial is as follows. A short introduction, an objective, followed by a short review on a concept that the students have learned and will need for this lesson. The lessons include examples and practice problems. Students are able to respond to these practice problems using these tools similar to those on a calculator. Students will have the opportunity to enter their response once if it is correct, twice if it is incorrect. On the second attempt, whether it is correct or incorrect, it will give them the opportunity to view the answer. Here the students are able to view detailed work and sometimes an explanation along with it. Students will continue to respond to the problems. They will then reach the summary, which is followed by more practice problems. Students can also respond to these using the tools provided. Again, are able to respond twice with an option to view the answer. Students are shown a detailed answer with work and sometimes a detailed explanation. These are problems parallel to the ones that appear on the test. Students are encouraged to keep a notebook and take note of these practice problems. The bank for Edmentum is quite large and therefore will not see repeated problems with the exact same numbers and variables. Once the students have completed all of the practice problems, they will click Save and Exit and go on to the application. In the application, the students will also have a toolbar, however, it is limited. We have a table of contents, a resource folder, a dictionary, reading tool, translation tool, and highlighter. Notice that the calculator and math tools are no longer available. Students will practice problems similar to the ones that they just saw in the tutorial will enter their response using these tools available, will be given an opportunity to try again, and then the same option will follow. A detailed worked out answer with an explanation available sometimes. Once they have completed all of these problems, they will then click Save and Exit and go on to the mastery test. In the mastery test, students have a toolbar available as well. However, notice that it is much more limited. Students must earn an 80% or better, which is what is considered mastery. They will be given a set of 10 questions and will have one opportunity to answer each question, and they will not have an opportunity to view an answer. Once they are done, they will click Save and Exit, and all of their work will be saved. Now let's turn to a different type of module. Notice this module only has 2 items. Let's take a look. In the tutorial, the students will also have a toolbar available, the same tools as the first tutorial. The objective is listed, and a short introduction. Notice that the layout is slightly different since it's an updated version. Within this lesson, we have these lesson activities embedded. These are investigative in nature, and there is learning occurring throughout these lesson activities. Students must enter their responses here and click Submit. When a student clicks Submit, they will see a sample answer. Students are encouraged to take notes on these. Once they have finished responding to every question, they will then be able to move on to the next slide. Students will continue throughout the tutorial with lessons, examples, checks for understanding, more lesson activities, until they have reached the end of the tutorial. Click Save and Exit. Notice that there were no practice problems within that tutorial. That means all the learning is happening in the lesson activities and in the examples. They will not be given an opportunity to practice problems parallel to the mastery test. Let's take a look at the mastery test. The mastery test is an updated version, allowing students to do free response with a drop-down menu, matching, and multiple choice. Again, they must earn an 80% or better, which is considered mastery. Once they have finished responding to every question, they will then save and exit. Again, I'd like to point out the main difference between the 2 types of module within Integrated Math 3A and 3B. This one has 3 items: tutorial, application, and mastery test. And this one only has 2 items: tutorial and mastery test. The one with only 2 items, again, is the most updated version of a module with lesson activities embedded, where there is learning, discovery, and investigations happening, and students are encouraged to seek help as necessary. This concludes our detailed module overview. Thank you so much for watching. Please watch our next webinar for an Integrated Math 3A and 3B unit activity overview.